Ba, 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 ba. That's the Star Wars song now, so I guess I gotta sing that at the beginning. All right, so a new trailer. We have a new trailer for Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker. It's like the second teaser trailer The Rise of Skywalker has. Half of the trailer shows old footage of the old movies with voiceover, and then the other half shows a lot of walking and staring. This trailer does pull a lot from the Revenge of the Sith teaser trailer. Maybe that's why it feels like a teaser trailer to me. First half is old footage with voiceover. Second half, the music swells. I know you want me to talk about Evil Rey right now. I'm going to talk about Evil Rey in a bit. You have to talk about the other important things, which is this the Kaiser Sosa moment? You see C-3PO with the red eyes? Is this where we find, is this the reveal? Is C-3PO going to be like, oh my, Master Luke? But in reality, the most logical reason C-3PO has red eyes, action figures, baby. You have 3PO with the silver leg, you have 3PO with the red arm, but do you have 3PO with the red eyes? Nope. Well, time to drop more money on those Hot Toys, baby. That's why they change up the look of characters for the next movies, because, well, the action figure's now different. You don't have that action figure. You need to buy that action figure now. That's why there's like 9,000 Iron Man suits out there. It's because it's like, well, I don't have that one for that movie. There's also this scene where there's like this clouds and lightning in space, which looks a lot like the Kessel Run from Solo: A Star Wars Story, which I hope it's not the Kessel Run. First of all, why would you go back to the Kessel Run? Second of all, if this is the Kessel Run, they're gonna do something, and then at the very end of the movie, someone's gonna be like, hey, by the way, that Kessel Run you did in less than 11 parsecs. So like, all right, so Han Solo doesn't even get to keep that anymore. So let's just not make that the Kessel Run. Also of note, a laser that strikes the ground. Is that another Death Star? Please don't be another Death Star. I've always felt for The Force Awakens it worked because you need to remind people, hey, we remember old Star Wars just like that Death Star. So I got where they were coming from with that. And that's something you do if you're playing it safe, is you have the weapon from the other movie, but now it's kind of different, but not. But okay, we're past that now. Let's not have another death laser that hits worlds, which means it totally go. I mean, obviously the Death Star's in it, so there is that. Oh God, it's not like there's a new Death Star, but they don't have the Kyber crystal, which I guess was in the center of the Death Star. So now they have to go find the Kyber crystal that was in the old Death Star. And now they have a new Death Star. Fuck. I hope that's not it. But at the end of this trailer, we get the hook. The hook is Evil Rey. Rey might turn evil. Rey's not gonna turn evil. And that bums me out that I feel that way, because it's like, it's not even teasing me. I don't have the possibility of Rey turning evil, because at this point, it's not in her character to do so. After The Force Awakens going into The Last Jedi, I always thought the best arc they could have done with Rey is turn Rey evil. But the time to set that up would have been The Last Jedi, and they just didn't set any of that up. Anytime Rey is kind of tempted with the dark side, she shuts it down. Anytime Kylo Ren's like, hey, join me to rule the galaxy, she shuts that down. In fact, her draw to Kylo Ren, other than her seeing him without a shirt, was, oh, there's good in him, I need to turn him good. And at the end, she shuts the door on that, and that's that. Like, she turned her back on evil. So her turning bad in this movie, I just don't see that happening, because they didn't set that up. Yeah, there's that one throwaway line from Luke where Luke's like, you went right to the darkness, you didn't even question it, or something like that. But none of her actions back that up, so it's just like, it's a line that's meaningless. It's like they want us to buy the possibility that Rey's gonna turn bad, but they were always afraid to get her hands dirty. For something like that, you have to get your character's hands dirty. You have to give them grit. You have to make them flawed. Like, say what you want about episode 2, and I have said a lot, Anakin still wiped out a camp of Tusken Raiders, including children. He did that. He has that. Like, no one can take that from him. And even his flip was too abrupt in episode 3. So if that flip was too abrupt, how crazy out of character would this flip be? Which, if Rey does turn bad, and there are some people who rage out about it, if she turns bad and people are like, this is bullshit, that's against her character. Can we just see that as the olive branch moment, where it's like, wait, what? Having the eternal optimist who showed they have faith that the villain actually still has good in them, taking that character and making them an asshole version of themselves, is completely out of character and leaves a bad taste in your mouth, might ruin the experience. Yep. Now you get it. Now we can all say we understand where we're all coming from, and we can all just shake hands now. I guess the internet's not that simple. It's either a Force Vision, a robot, or a clone, or an excuse to have a new action figure, Evil Rey, coming soon from Hot Toys for $300. And also, the biggest reason she's not going to turn bad is because if she was going to turn bad, that's the kind of reveal you don't spoil in your trailer. That's number one right there. That's the biggest reason I'm like, probably not. So all this stacks up for me being like, that's a neat tease in a trailer, but it did nothing for me. Like, when I watched the trailer, I was like, No. Which is a bummer, but that's kind of what happened with The Last Jedi. That's where Star Wars left us off. Like, part of the Star Wars experience, a big part of the Star Wars experience, was always going into the new movie, speculating about things, wondering where it's gonna go. The Last Jedi just cut it off. It didn't leave us with that speculative string. We didn't have anywhere to go with it, so we haven't really speculated about it. I mean, some have, I haven't. My friends and I aren't speculating and talking about Star Wars like we would or we used to. We're just waiting for it to happen. So in the end, the second teaser trailer for The Rise of Skywalker, it was a good teaser trailer. Again, it didn't blow my socks off. I actually watched this weekend, I watched all of the Star Wars trailers from the prequels on anyway, because again, wasn't ever around for trailers for the old trilogy, except for the re-releases in 97, but you know, prequels. Prequels on, like all the trailers, it blew your mind, it blew your teeth out. You're like, and you wanted to think about it and talk about it. The Rise of Skywalker trailers have been pretty vague and pretty simple. We don't really know much about it, which on one hand, I'm like, great, you're not spoiling the movie. Also, I know you're not spoiling the movie. So as we don't know the logistics of Palpatine coming back, is he a clone? Is he an evil Force ghost? But we do know that Jedi Force ghosts do have matter because they sit on logs and they bonk you on the head so they can touch things. Ergo, they can possibly fight things. Can we just have Luke fight the Emperor? Why not just throw that at the screen? Might as well have that Hail Mary attempt for people who were disappointed in The Last Jedi to like gush. Anyhow, glad to know that evil C-3PO was behind it all. So the new trailer for Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker, have you seen it? What did you think about it? And do you think Rey's actually gonna turn bad? Whatever you think, comment below, let me know. And as always, if you like what you've seen here and you wanna see more, click right here to see more.